does sound good, right? I just had it outside to try to take as nice of photos as possible, but it is just, as you can see, pretty crappy out. We did a good shakedown for what you can in the rain, obviously, but bedded the brakes, you know, make sure squeaks, rattles, everything like that. Suspension felt great. Nothing bad. I think the biggest complaint is probably just the cage kind of touches the headliner in a spot and you get a little eeky around some corners, so kind of disappointing, but race car / daily life. You put a cage in a daily, so. But other than that, I think she is pretty immaculate and he is going to be super happy with the car. So let's just, take a second, I guess, go over everything, and then TJ should be here in probably like a half hour, and hopefully we'll get some footage of maybe the car ripping up and down the road from outside. I'll let him beat the crap out of it and get his initial feedback. So, yeah, I guess let's start in the engine bay. We'll start on the outside of the engine bay. Very good retro badges, love those. Yeah, so visually, not much changed. You can see the big MCSs up there. But engine bay wise, we did, you know, the whole DO88, so radiator, power steering, oil, DCT, coolers, got new lines for those, got a GT4 radiator, GT4 water pump and thermostat. Apparently that's a big upgrade. It's run right off the actual GT4 cars, so obviously they can beat the shit out of their cars for 24 hours. That's what you want. But yeah, I think everyone's favorite is just the APs, and this electrode nickel plating is just, I mean, they're savage. It's just no way around it. You can't really see, but you got the MCS two-ways up in there. We got the good old one finger ride height gap. That should be good. Do a little compression under aero on the track, but nothing that it's gonna rub. Oh, also, I guess on this wheel, the new wheels. Sorry I didn't put the BMW emblem up perfect. I'm just not that artsy, apparently. But yeah, the Apex VS5s. People were like bashing them kind of, because they're like, yo, you put all of this and you don't even have BBSs, but I mean, these wheels are sick. They're super light, they're forged, they're great, they're half the price. Like, what more could you love? You go on track with the actual track cars, shit's gonna happen. You're gonna get rock chips in these. You might curb it once or twice. Ask me how I know that. I have one Apex on the front right now while I get my wheels refinished. Like, it's a track car. It's gonna get beat up a little bit. And the Apexes are super dope. They're great. It's not like you buy a cheap wheel that's weighs 26 pounds and looks like crap. These are awesome, so stop bashing the Apex, people. They're sweet. All right, and now for, I think, the part that TJ is actually most excited about is going to be the cage. And this orange pops. I wish you could see a little bit more of it through the glass, but it is OEM tint, so not much we could do about it there. If it was aftermarket, we would have pulled the tint, but look at that orange. That is fucking orange. Hint, hint, same color as my car. Hell yeah. But we got the Sparkos. They're in there nice. All of the harnesses are in there nice. Everything's rolled up, tucked away, looking clean. This is definitely as OEM plus as you can get. Let's actually dive right in, and then I'll show the back, because not something that people normally care about in their race cars, but you got seat deletes back there. We kept as much of the interior as possible, and then we just tried to trim a little bit back there for the cage. So we took out as minimal as possible, tried to keep this OEM plus look, and I think we did a damn good job of it. You can see it. Only two of the rear seat delete panels, just the floor two, fit. The top one hit the X brace in the back. This is probably terrible filming, but we'll show it from the back as well. It's the little things. Just taking your time doing that really makes the car look good. I don't know what we're focusing on in this shot, but yeah, either way.
good old WeatherTech floor mats in there. That was a not us mod, but Bimmer World pedal covers, stuff like that. Yeah, and I guess we kept the rear seat, rear carpet in the back. So probably going to need to do a little bit of weight savings when he wants to start competing a little bit more, just because we did weigh it. And here, take a second, guess what you think this car weighed. Obviously we removed the front and rear seats, but we did add the cage. The wheels are lighter, the brakes are lighter. But take a minute, put in the comments what you think this thing actually weighed, and I'll tell you in 30 seconds after we look at the trunk. But trunk wise, I mean, you can't get much more clean than that. Maybe not the literal sense, we probably need to actually carpet wash this, but ignore that for a second and just look how clean the cage looks. That's nice. And then, like we said, you're at the track, you flip that open, you got your MCSs right there, you can make any adjustments you want. I might have said this or I might have sent it to TJ, but we took the rubber covers that actually go over the body in white and we drilled holes in the trim, and then we put those back in. So that way you can just pop off those covers and get to the top of the struts to be able to make your rebound adjustments. So that was kind of nice, because if not, you have to pull out the whole carpet and stuff, and that kind of just sucks. Or you just cut a hole in it and leave it like that. But all right, dun 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 dun. She weighed 3,505. So pretty thick, I would say. I know BMWs aren't the lightest of cars. I was hoping it was coming around a little closer to 33.5, but the fall line cage is definitely a good weight addition. I mean, I don't know if it's chromoly or not, but it's definitely 1.75 inch. It was pretty heavy lifted in there. But other than that, I mean, OEM carpets, if you guys have ever pulled OEM carpets, you know how much those weigh. They are like probably 75 pounds of sound deadening by themselves. But TJ's just gonna have to use his ultimate track mod, driver mod skills to make up for the few hundred pounds. But hell yeah, that's a recap.